Tonetta Carlisle, 15, was last seen being forced into a vehicle on her walk home from school in March of 1989. 2 days later, a convicted sexual predator would take his own life and become the top suspect in her case. Yet all these years, her case remains unsolved. We are in our 25th week and we are still in Tennessee. Tonetta loved pizza and most fast food. She was into rap music, and at the time of her disappearance, her favorite artist was Bobby Brown. On March 16, 1989, around 3 p.m., Tonetta was walking home from her school in her Chattanooga neighborhood, and a yellow and tan vehicle pulled up, and several unidentified suspects jumped out of the vehicle, grabbed Tonetta, and forced her in the van before speeding off. A woman on the street witnessed this interaction, memorizing the license plate, and called for her husband, who attempted to chase down the van. They called the police to report the incident, but didn't know who the girl was. 8 hours later, when Tonetta didn't make it home, her mother called and reported her missing. But it would still take 2 more days for investigators to connect the two incidents together. The license plate number was tracked back to Jeffrey Jones, who was released a year prior for serving 8 years in prison for sexual assault, and they believe he assaulted 2 other women in Tonetta's apartment complex 2 months before Tonetta's abduction. Jeffrey was found deceased in his yellow van 2 days after Tonetta's abduction. Investigators determined that the cause of death was carbon monoxide. They found no evidence or trace of Tonetta, and despite rumors that she had been trafficked into sex work, there have been no sightings of her. Her case remains unsolved, and investigators and her family are not giving up on bringing her home. When Tonetta was last seen, she was 15 years old, and she was wearing a pink and white striped blouse, a denim skirt, and white shoes. She was described as an African-American female with black hair and brown eyes. Tonetta's hair was curly and trimmed on the top and the side, and longer in the back at the time she disappeared. Her ears are pierced, and she has almond-shaped eyes, and several of Tonetta's teeth have caps and fillings. If you have any information about Tonetta's disappearance, you are asked to call the Chattanooga Police Department at 615-698-9752. Please keep sharing Tonetta's face in her case and help her mother and investigators bring her home. Thank you so much for taking the time to get to know Tonetta today. And don't forget, when you see those missing and murdered posts on social media, hit like and share, because every time we share a face, we do get closer to solving a case. And I will see you all back here tomorrow for another day in Tennessee.